What's up, guys? This is Triggs, and today I'm bringing you guys a pretty awesome gameplay. I think you guys are going to like this one. This is going to be another double FFA MOAB on the map Carbon, and this time I'm using the CM901. I didn't have extended mags or any other attachments with this. Like, I'd usually use maybe a silencer and extended mags, or even extended mags and a red dot I think would be pretty good, but all I had was kick and a silencer, so I made do with what I had, and actually got this gameplay like 2 games after I equipped this gun to actually try and get a double FFA MOAB using this. So I was pretty stoked. It didn't drag on like, you know, the G36 MOAB. I know I mentioned that a few times. That one took me like 4 days to get, and then the FAD took me like a whole day of trying to do that. So this one was relatively quick compared to those ones. 2 games later I was already done. I was like, oh damn, that was quick. I'm glad I didn't want to use this gun anymore because it's pretty shitty. I don't know, it does its job, it can get kills, but it's just not one of those guns I'd recommend for, I don't know, maybe some of you might like this one. I'm not even close to having it gold, so, and I almost have all the assault rifles gold, but this one I don't mess with it. I don't know why, it's just not that good. So anyways, enough about the gameplay for right now. What I wanted to talk about with you guys is one of you asked me what's the best way to navigate, or how do I navigate through these maps, how I move about the map and stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't have the best answer for it. I'll just give you some tips and kind of like my thoughts on it. But my playstyle changes, and the way that I go through these maps changes every game. You know, you gotta realize that it's a multiplayer game, and everybody that you play with plays differently. I mean, I'm sure there's, you know, a lot of people have similar play styles, but everyone likes to do different stuff, and you're gonna have to adapt your play style to the way other people play. Or, you know, that's what I would recommend. You know, sometimes I play defensively, and I'll kind of hold down a building really and really stick to that one area, and then other times I just feel like rushing and going through the whole map, and it doesn't matter because I feel invincible. I mean, it just depends on how I'm feeling and kind of what the skill caliber of the other players are. Obviously, if they're super good players, I'm not going to go rushing like a fucking madman the whole time. There's times when I know I can rush, and then there's times where I know I have to take it easy and kind of hold the fort down, if you know what I mean. I'll play really passive, really defensive. And I usually don't play with kill streaks, so I'm never really like trying to camp and get kill streaks, but I do, you know, like staying alive more than I like dying. So, and that guy just got so knifed. That was awesome. I remember when I was playing this game, I was like, holy shit, that was close. But yeah, so sometimes if I'm playing really good players, you know, I will just play really defensive, and if I'm playing really shitty players, I'll rush. But that's not exactly explaining how I move through the map. I guess on every map there's these hot spots, or I'll call them that, or lots of people, you probably know them as a high traffic area. Just basically an area of the map where there's you know, a lot of action going on. There's lots of guys either spawning, or they run to that specific area because they know that's where the action, or that's where the fight's going to be. So I usually try and go to those areas too. It's that simple. You just got to find on the map where these spots are, and usually every map has 2 of them at least. Some of the smaller maps it might only be 1, but take Carbon for example. The building, or this side of the map that I just spawned on, it would be the A domination side. Basically these 2 buildings that I'm in between right now, this one and the one that's behind me, those are considered hotspots to me, or high traffic areas. And you'll notice I kind of hang out within this whole area the whole time. I don't stay in one specific spot, because obviously I don't want someone to catch on to what I'm doing, but I'll just kind of move about this area as safely as possible. I try and keep my back to the wall as much as possible, but you know, that's not always an option. So if I do run through the middle of the map, it's usually because I have specialist on and I have sit rep, and I can hear where everybody is, and you know, I'm really comfortable moving about the map freely. But You know, when there's guys that are really campy and play really like defensive, and they always are like creeping around in crouch mode, and you know, they're just creepers. That's what I call them. They just kind of like linger around the map really slow, kind of aiming down sights after or around every corner they go down. And that's something I would recommend for people who don't have the quickest reaction time. You know, yeah, a lot of people might give you some flack for doing that, you know, coming around a corner, aim down sight, but you got to do what you got to do, man. It's a huge recommendation. That's what kills me the most, is when I come around the corner and there's already a guy waiting for me, just because, you know, he's probably gotten killed by me quite a few times. And so you notice I dropped the CM901, and I meant to pick up, or I meant to drop the Magnum, but I ended up picking up, or dropped the MP7. No, what am I saying? I meant to drop the Magnum. I dropped the CM901, and I picked up the MP7 on accident. Man, that was tough to get out. But then I dropped the MP7, and I picked up the FFA. So the second MOAB streak's kind of a multi-gun MOAB, which is kind of cool if you ask me. But anyways, like I was saying, you just got to watch your back. Make sure you have your back to the wall whenever possible. I know that's not always an option, but and find these high traffic areas and try and hold them down the best you can. Some maps have really crazy high traffic areas. Like I'll say Mission probably has like the best spot to get like the most amount of kills in a short amount of time. You guys just saw that video. It was like the world's fastest free-for-all fail MOAB. Like if you saw where I was hanging out on that map for the majority of the time, which was by the seaside, ridiculous. That area just goes off. There's like 4 different spawn points, and it's just like an awesome area to hold down. And that's another thing, guys. I have a pretty decent general knowledge on where the spawns are in all the maps. I'm not, you know, I don't know exactly when someone's going to pop up in a certain spot, but I have a good idea of, you know, maybe if I kill a guy, which direction he might spawn, or I at least know to watch my back after I kill somebody, because MW3 kind of sets it up to where it'll set you up for revenge. And you guys know that, like, you'll kill a guy and he fucking spawns right next to you. It's like they do that on purpose, so you actually have a chance to get that guy. And sometimes those will fuck you, and sometimes those will, you know, you can use that to your advantage, as long as you know where they're coming from. And you'll see, you guys, look at the score right now. He had 450. He's going to win this game before the MOAB even hits. So I kind of clutched this one out. I thought it was pretty insane. I was like, oh shit, I was really close to not getting that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. 2 MOABs, 1 free-for-all. Once again, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I hope I answered you know, some of your questions on kind of how I move about the map. I know I didn't do it that well, but it's honestly, I don't have, you know, an exact answer for that. I'm kind of an unorthodox player, so I switch it up all the time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Peace.